Welcome everyone to another pickups video. So, I've been spending like a maniac. Don't think I've got any money left from my profit from Doncaster. It's all gone. Some stuff you're probably quite surprised at. I surprised myself by buying it. But I saw a couple of things on Facebook. I was just like, I'm going to get that. So I did. I treated myself. And it was a lot of money. And you'll probably, when I show you, you'll probably be like, what the fuck? What? I could have finished my Dreamcast collection with the money it cost. But just, don't know. So, yeah, what should I start with? Got quite a lot of stuff. I don't want this video is going too long, so let me get started. Let me readjust the beanbag. There we go. Now I'm comfortable and ready. Look at this awesome t-shirt. I'll start with some charity shop. So, what should I start with? This is not game related actually. I don't know why I've put them here, but yeah. For 50p a piece, 2 Blu-rays. We've got Spectre, bit of James Bond. I'll probably watch that. If anyone wants that, help themselves. It might already been taken, but yeah, help yourselves to that. And The Revenant, which I'm actually really looking forward to watching. Again, if you want that, you can have it. Not sure how well that's going to come up on the camera. It might have already been used. Most times people don't use them, but yeah. So go for it if you want that digital copy. That back in the sleeve. So 50p each, bog one. Really looking forward to seeing that. And Amanda is as well, because it's got Tom Hardy in. Ew. Right, got these from a charity shop, not my local. I assume they had a lot more because there was empty shelves, or maybe they didn't. But it was weird how these two were left. So for £1 each, Crash Bandicoot. Actually, really nice condition. Never find the non-platinum version. It's always the platinum version, and I won't mind having the non-platinum. I've got an empty case, but no disc to put in it. So, £1. And a very nice copy of Final Fantasy X. And this is the one which comes with the double disc. I think this might actually be an upgrade for mine. Mine's not too bad. Just comparing. Mine's just a little bit worn on the sticker, but actually mine is a black case one. And this is a blue case. I'm not sure. I thought blue cases were a more later release, but it's got the bonus disc in. So back, yeah. Stack of pretty much junk kit. That's all right, I suppose. These were £1 each, I think. Time Splitters 2. Knights of the Republic. That's a good find, to be fair. Gone up in price a little bit since they made it backwards compatible with the Xbox One. I believe it is backwards compatible. I'm sure that's one of them. The Last of Us. £1, that was. Excuse me. I should have brought tissue. And then, oh no, yeah, this one as well. Sorry. £1. That's the double discer. Then this is all CX fodder. And then these are just empty cases. They're going to throw them away. I thought I'll have them. Just shit basically. Yeah, nothing special. Just all empty. I was hoping that would have the game in because I kind of wanted it, but never mind. Next up, this is quite nice. This was £2. It's a micro CTRLI controller mobile gamepad thing. So it's like It's a controller for your phone, basically. That was £2. That's going to CX as well, because I don't game on a phone, because it's pointless. I think that's £10 at CX they give me for that. So, fodder. I actually got this yesterday. I was really surprised to see it. And it's Sonic the Hedgehog for Mega Drive, but it's the Japanese version. And that was £1.50, or should I say £1.49. No manual or anything, but I saw it, I was like, I'll get it. Now some Wii games. They had a few more, but they were really, really scratched. I did tell the person, I said, I don't think these are going to work. And they were like, they weren't bothered. So these were 75p each. Family Games Night free. I believe that's about £4 at CX. I think these are all £4. Star Wars, Complete Saga, Harry Potter, and Harry Potter 5 years 5 to 7. That one's £9 at CX, which is crazy. I was like, what? So all fodder, yeah. Yeah, and the last thing from the charity shop. Oh no, there's a few other things actually. Just the Guinness World Records book 2017. I saw it, I was like, that's something to flick through. I find shit like that interesting, so, and that was £1, that. And the last thing I bought, and I wasn't going to buy these, the one was like, oh, we've got this said item, and I was like, oh, I'm not interested. I sort of carried it around the shop, I thought, I'll look them up on CX. I looked at them and was like, okay, some of them actually go for money. And it's Guitar Hero guitars, yeah, weird. But I had a quick look. This one, to be fair, is probably, so we've got a Wii one from Guitar Hero 3. That's actually not worth much, I mean that's £3, but it was only £1. So if you see these at the car boot, and you don't mind lugging them around to a CX, this one's £10 at CX they'll give me. That's the World Tour one. Yeah, it's the Xbox 360 and the PS3 ones, which are sort of worth some money. Like I said, that's £10. I think it was £12 the other day, it's gone down. And the one that really shocked me was this Guitar Hero 2 one, and this is the Explorer one. I don't know if it's because it's wired, so it's worth more, because people just want a wired one. £26 they give me for that. I shit you not, £26. I'll put a little screen thing here, just to prove it. I was like, what? £26? It is missing the quick release thing, but I've ordered like a lot of 5 off eBay for like $2.99 or something. So yeah, if you see one of them, buy it, because the trading is fucking ridiculous on it. And that's all the charity shop stuff, which I have to show you. Right, what should I do next? I've got a little bit of CX, in fact just one thing. I do some Facebook. So, saw this on Facebook, Crash Bandicoot, and it was just the insert, the front and back insert, and I think he wanted £5 for it, plus postage and whatever. But I noticed when he sent me a personal message, he lived locally. I was like, oh. So I nipped round, paid him the £5. He did have some other stuff, but it was all Japanese stuff, and he sort of knew his stuff. So I was just like, no bargains to be had there. Japanese stuff, not really my thing. Nice chap though. It did make me laugh, because he was like, oh, what do you collect? I was like, oh, everything really. He's like, but not Japanese stuff. I was like, no, just PAL, English stuff, really. And he's like, why? I was just like, because that's what I collect. He's like, but the Japanese versions run faster. I was like, I don't care, it's in Japanese. So he's like, oh, you can get a Retron and get, I was like, it doesn't interest me at all. So yeah, that was £5. I had a fucking opera CD thing, so I just slapped it in that case. Had the manual and disc, so it's in there. Just there's no demo, but say you'll get £20 for that all day long. Put that back. Another two things from Facebook, and these were sort of just a blind buy. To be fair, I was just sort of browsing. I saw it and I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind that. And it could be a slippery slope for what's to come. Because yeah, I've looked at these before and I've just thought, no, if I start buying them, I'm going to start buying all of them. And it's some limited run games. So we've got, I think this one was 23 this was, 23 quid, and it's Rainbow Moon. And this is like I believe it's like a strategy RPG. I mean, you probably can't see that very well. But it's, yeah, I've noticed on eBay a couple of times, but they're always sealed. Because I guess most people buy these games, keep them sealed, and then just, I don't know if they're in it for the money or what. So this one's opened, so I guess that's why it was cheaper. But yeah, the sealed ones go for like 30, 40 quid. So Rainbow Moon. And then you had this one as well. I think he knocked a couple of quid off this one. And this is Volume. And this one is sealed, but it was still cheaper than eBay. This is limited run 28. No screenshots in this one, just a thingy. I think it's like a stealth game. It's sort of a bit like Metal Gear Solid, but like the special missions, like just little bite-sized chunks. Like I say, that's all. I've just watched a video on YouTube, and that is what I saw of it. So that's that. What else we got? Yeah. So got a PS4 game here. I've been watching this for a while. I think they did the initial print run took a while to sell, and then it's shopping price because obviously there was no copies of it around. I think CX was selling this for 30, and then put it up to 45 because I was debating getting it with credit. I think the one in my local, they had it and the case was all mangled and the inlay was all fucked, so I was like, nah. And then they put it to 45 and I was like, no way. They'll be doing another print run. There's no way they wouldn't. And it's near Automata for the PS4. Really interested to play this. I hear a lot of people have praised it, said it's really good. The first one's brilliant, I think personally. A lot of people didn't like it. They thought it was generic, boring. I thought it was quite interesting. But yeah. But obviously everyone's like, oh, I always loved Nier. No, you fucking didn't. You liked it when it was... You liked the sequel. You didn't like the original. Yeah. And this was £20. Brand new. And one thing I noticed with PS4 games is the disc always falls out. The case. Point taken with the next... Oh, where did I put that game? I had another game somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's just there. Yeah. Yeah, so £20, so pretty happy with that. Which leads me on to my next game. And you'll see, again, the discs fell out. PlayStation VR game, and it's Super Hot VR. I've been playing this on Xbox One, because it's free at the moment with gold. Pretty interesting game. I hear the VR is really good, the VR version. Again, it could make me feel a bit sick. We'll have to wait and see. But I think I've read the reviews and they've all said it's really good in VR. So if you've got an Xbox One, check that out. In fact, check it out if you don't have an Xbox One. Just if it's cheap enough, buy it because it is a pretty good game. That was 15 quid. And the disc loose. What shall I do next? I'll do this little stack next to me. So I went to, my partner went to Drayton Manor yesterday with his kids and stuff. And I thought, oh, I'll nip into Birmingham because there's two retro stores, GameSmart and Entertainment World. I recommend checking, if you're nearby, they're definitely worth a drive up because they have got so much stuff. Prices are a bit all over the place. There is some stuff which is cheap, some stuff overpriced personally. But yeah, there's still stuff to be found. Actually, they're from eBay. So the first one I went to was GameSmart. I've been there before, Wasn't really, nothing really taking my fancy. Saw this, and it's a Mega CD game, and it's Ground Zero Texas. I believe this is not on CX, which is probably one of the reasons I bought it. This was £12. The case is not too bad. There's a little crack there and a little crack there, but it's not like completely fucking destroyed. So it comes with this 2-disc doodah. I had a quick look on eBay. This seems to be going for about 15, so I thought 12 quid, not bad for that. So anyway, I bought that, and then he goes, "Oh, what you sort of interested in?" I was like, "I'm trying to finish my Dreamcast set, but sort of everything really." And he says, "Oh, do you want to have a look around the back?" And I know Stuart's mentioned this before, this shop, because I think he went to it with some other people. I'm trying to think what event they went to, but they nipped to this shop, and I remember him saying about they went around the back. But yeah. The stuff he's got around the back is just insane. Just stuff stacked up everywhere. To be fair, if he didn't have a game you wanted, then I'd be surprised. There's just stuff everywhere. And I think, like I say, Stuart's mentioned this before. He's got like 2 walls full of like shit DVDs. I'm just like, why don't you just put more of that stuff around the back out? But I don't know. Like I say, his prices were sort of, it's retail, so you know you're always going to pay a bit more than eBay because I suppose you can see it. So I only bought one more thing, and it was a Sega Saturn game, and it's NHL Power Play. He had this around the back, and to be fair, lovely condition. The inlay has got the old wobble kicking off. And I think that is due to it being too big for the case. You can see there's no room for it to move. It's like in there tight, so I guess over time it just wobbles itself out. So I could always chop a tiny sliver off and it might flatten itself out. But it's not the actual case, it's the inlay inside. That was £8. Again, I couldn't find it on CX. I could have sworn it was on there. I couldn't find it. Went on eBay. I wasn't sure what they'd been selling for, but the only ones on there were like 10 to 15 quid. So I thought, I'll get that for 8 quid. So yeah, that was them. And like I said, the stuff around the back is crazy. I think there's some chaps in there before, and I'm not sure if they were haggling a game. But he had a Super Nintendo game, and I think he had £500 on it. I can't remember what it's called. It's got it's like a dark green box, and it looks like some sort of ninja on there. Like I say, I'm not up on my Super Nintendo, so I don't know I can't remember what it was called. But he says a mint one can go for £1,000 sometimes. I don't know. That was that. He did have a Atari Jaguar in there for 170, and I was sort of umming and ahhing about it, because I still had some money from Doncaster. And I had a quick look at it, and the insides are a bit, the tray was a bit torn and stuff, so I was just like, nah, and there was no bags or anything around it. So I was like, leave that. And then I nipped over to Entertainment World, which is actually 5 minutes away. I'm not sure how 2 retro game stores can survive like that close to each other, but they do, because they've been there for years and years and years. And picked up a couple of games. I've already got one, so brain fart, I bought it by mistake. I got confused with a different game. First time it's happened, but yeah. This shop is a little bit more hectic. They've got stuff everywhere, like literally stacked up everywhere. Everything's like too deep. Prices are all over the shop, he's got a lot of cabinets in the front, and I think he puts a lot of his more pricier stuff in there. The stuff at the back is just like, just start digging basically. Sort of the less rare stuff, but it's sort of spotted in here and there. And he had a cabinet of Dreamcast stuff. So obviously I dug for it all. Found 2 games I thought I needed. Like I say, I already got one, so that was my mistake. The first one is Virtual Athlete 2K. It's a lovely condition. The disc's a little bit scratched actually. That had £6 in it. And then this one, which I already got, I don't know why I bought it again. Four Wheel Thunder. And to be fair, this is my old copy, because actually the one I bought by mistake was better, so I suppose it wasn't all bad. Got an upgrade out of it. That was £4 as well. And then I picked up this because I need this. It's a Saturn game, and it's Virtual Cop 2, but it's the CD case version. I've got the gun, ain't got the game, I now have the game. Case is cracked, that can be sorted. And I asked the chap in GameSmart, because he had a copy of this with no price on, how much do you want for Virtual Cop 2? And he said £10. I was like, no way, no way. Because I keep watching them on eBay, and they keep going for like nothing really, like $2.99 with $1.50 postage, and I keep missing them. So I thought, you know what, I'll get this. So that was £4. I thought, bog. So like I say, they were £4, that was £6, and then when I got to the counter, he's like, oh, you can have that one for £4 as well. So I was like, oh, awesome. So £12 for them. And like I say, if you're in the Birmingham area, I definitely recommend checking out GameSmart and Entertainment World, because they've got a shit ton of stuff. Right, leave that till last. How long's the video? Right, okay, do these CX things. So if you watched my last video, you know I bought Streets of Rage 3 for the Mega Drive from CX for £95, I think it was. Anyway, I went on the website that night. I was sort of umming and ahhing about buying the mint one and just taking that one back. And I was just like, So then the next day rolls around, and I thought, let's just drive there. Yeah, crazy, I know. So we drove back there, and when we got there, I went on the website and it sold it. I was just like, oh, for fuck's sake. So I was just like, now call this a cuntish move or not, but I was just like, well, let's see if they've still got it on the shelf. So wait outside, doors open, bloke's like, didn't you come in yesterday and buy a game? I was like, yeah. He's like, you're not bringing it back, are you? I was just like, yeah, maybe, but I want to swap it for something else. And he's like, oh, okay. So anyway, took that one back, bought the mint one. Here it is, Streets of Rage. Now, is it mint? Yeah, it's pretty mint, to be fair. It has got the old wobble kicking off. It's quite hard to tell, to be fair. It's ever so slightly. There you go, you can sort of see it. Yeah, there. It's not water damaged or anything like that. They just go wobbly. Don't know if it's the paper they use or what. You can't really get it out. I think I've tried putting them under a book before and stuff. So, insides. Now the manuals always go like that, because obviously the clips don't hold them in there, so that sort of flops down. The cart, I was a bit like, is this fake? Because it's got like a weird texture. It's not smooth like the old ones, but supposedly it's supposed to be like that. And I noticed there's a bubble under the label just here, like a big bubble. I was just like, oh right, that's weird. But I managed to like force it out. And then I noticed the cart label is quite far down. It's like right on the edge of the indent. So I was like, oh yeah, is that like a bit weird? There's a big gap here, and then, but today asked on Galaxy Sega. So thank you for everyone who replied to that. Looked on eBay, and like I say, it seems to be how it is. There's loads on there where it's not stuck on properly. And they're not fakes. I've seen some which are actually outside the indent, and they've started to wear away, because obviously as you put them in, they've been catching. So it's just, you know, which way shall I put this insert? This way. Pin's facing away. Is that annoying you? And then I just think I took some stuff in. I can't remember what I took in. That's just a couple of bits and bobs, I think. And I had some credit left over from the day before. That was 125. So you might be thinking, fucking hell, was it really worth the extra 30 quid? Because obviously I was saying, oh, I'm not paying the extra 30 quid, but it was eating me away. So I know Stuart commented saying, oh, I'm glad to see OCD is getting better. Actually, it's not. I bought it. And while I was in there, I saw this. I took some stuff back, and I bought it online. And the manager, for some reason, he couldn't refund the postage. He kept sending it me, and I was like, "Is it that came through an email yet?" And I was like, "No." So I was just like, "I'll just buy something else." So probably I don't really know why I bought this. I mean, you're surprised I don't actually have this. And this is supposedly mint, and it's Streets Rage 2. It's pretty mint, to be fair. I think this was £28, I want to say. So, quite expensive. But I had the credit, so... like I say, the manual has got a little crease there. The cart, though, yeah, is pretty much perfect. Very shiny, that cart. Obviously, it's not fake, because you won't fake a £25 game, £28 game. So anyway, that's that. Saving that till last. A couple of eBay purchases here. Dreamcast. This first one, again, this is not on CX. Bit of a tricky one to find. I know a lot of people were saying this one's a bit of a cunt to find. So there was two on there. The one was water damaged. This one was £18. I think I got him down to 15 for it on an offer, and he accepted. And it's F1 Racing. Like I say, tricky one to find. Obviously I say that there's probably loads on eBay now. Now this was packed incredibly well. He put it in like two bubble envelopes and then in a box. I was like, wow. So F1 Racing. Now this one was a right fucking palaver. So anyway, heavy metal, G-Matrix, is it? Yeah, anyway, sealed, 45 quid. This one is going up in price. It seems to be one of the next ones, which is just climbing and climbing and climbing. And I believe an unopened one is about, well, it's not far off 45 quid to be fair, depending on the day, if it's an auction, if it's a bite now. So anyway, bought it, received it. The case was rattling inside, like the sound like the teeth had snapped off, so I could hear it rattling. And the seal there was all damaged, so I was like, fuck this, you can have that back, mate. So I sent a message, he's like, yep, that's fine. Refunded my postage as well, sent it back. And then sends me another one. So get it, open it. And it was really well packed. What the hell's that on it? So I was just like, I was getting really pissed off at this point. So I sent a message like, have you been checking these before you sending them to me? And he's like, oh, it was 100% mint. I made sure of it. So I was like, it's not, because that looks like some sort of like impact damage, like something has fell on it and pushed it in, and it was in 2 boxes in bubble wrap. I was thinking he's not checking them before he's sending them. So anyway, I checked his stuff he had for sale. He had 6 more for sale. Now originally he had 1 for sale, the one I bought, and I could tell from the picture of the original one that it wasn't the one in the picture, because mine had all scrape marks on the plastic, and the one in the picture did have a few, but they were in different places. So I was like, so originally I was like, is that the one from the picture you sent me? And he's like, oh yeah, it's the same one. I was like, so how come you're selling 6 more using the same picture again? And he's like, oh yeah, I suppose, yeah, you got me there. So to give him his dues, he was like, okay, send this one back, I'll send you another one and I'll refund you 25 quid. And I was like, fucking hell, that's an awesome deal. I was thinking, I can't really bother to send another one back. So I was like, you know what, mate, just refund me 25 quid and I'll be happy with that. So that was 20 quid. Long story short, 20 pounds it was after you've refunded me 25 pounds. So yeah, probably going to open it because it is smashed. So it just needs a replacement case. Woo. Right, another eBay purchase here. This was a new listing. I was just like, was it worth it? I don't know, but it was £20, and it's a Super Nintendo. Now it is smashed there, but if you remember one of my first videos where I got that awesome Super Nintendo pickup, I think it's my first video. I had a box Zelda and stuff. That SNES never worked, so this is going to be, the insides of this are going to be put in that case, and then I've tested this one, it's working fine. See, you've got the little end, the little cap there, which is pretty cool. So that's 20 with a selection of shit games. FIFA 96, Kevin Keegan's Player Manager, everyone's favourite Scope 6, and then the two sort of slightly better ones, Turn and Burn, no Fly Zone, and the pick of the bunch, Total Carnage. That's 20 quid. Like I say, I've got power leads from. I got a big bundle from the car boot for like 50p each. So got a power pack. AV cable was like 80 pence. Controller, yeah, okay, that's probably the most expensive thing to put with it, but yeah. And these normally shift for about 50 quid, give or take. So yeah, so not a terrible deal at the end of the day. My ass is going numb. Right, last two things, should I say. So this is the big purchase. Now I remember when this came out as a kid, I remember seeing it thinking, that's so fucking cool, I really want it. Sort of first of its kind, I don't know, I don't really know how to put it. But it's not a mobile phone, it's like a games console as well, so. And it's a Nokia N-Gage. Woo! I didn't actually notice in the picture, but this is actually the silver edition. So, not going to open it, but it's like all there. It's still in its bag and everything. I think the chap said it looks unused, so I'd probably go with that. So, how much did I pay for that and the games? £440. And you're probably thinking, holy fucking shit, that's a lot of money. Stay with me on this one. So the games, let me just, there's quite a few games to be fair. There's 36 games, should I say, which is 15 off a full set. Yeah, like I said, I remember seeing these in the shops. I remember playing Tomb Raider on it, just thinking this is so cool, and I've always wanted one. It's just been in the back of my head, like one day I'll get one. So this came up on Facebook. Was it cheap? I don't know, because the market is all over the place. A lot of these games are never on eBay, so pricing them up is completely. I don't know how to put it, but basically you can't really put a price on them. You've got your main games, which you always like Tomb Raider. You always see that on eBay. Red Faction, always say there's always certain ones on eBay. The more trickier ones to find, that's the ones where you like, how much is that actually worth? Because like I say, there's some which I can't find any listing for. And just refreshing the N-Gage like search once a day, you don't even get any new ones added. So it's sort of, was it worth it? Was it not? No one can really tell you, to be fair. So I couldn't tell you. I'd say it was worth it because I paid that, but if you went to price it up on eBay, you'd struggle. And again, there's quite a few sealed games, whether that makes a difference, because a lot of these games are sealed on eBay. There's more sealed ones than unsealed ones. So, like I say, the market is all over the place. Right, I'll start with these ones. So, Red Faction. And say they're all complete. And they all come like, they have this little precautions thing there. And then behind that they have like a little card holder, which is pretty cool. So they're quite tightly packed to all the stuff. I've not actually read the manuals on these. But yeah, Red Faction. I'm not sure if it plays like the one on PS2. I mean, the graphics look really good for an N-Gage. So, well, for a handheld at the time. Like I say, Tomb Raider, I was just like, wow, so good. This one actually noticed it's the American version. So, if I see it cheap down the line, I'll probably swap it and get the PAL version, English version. And that's Bomberman. And a lot of these games, I was just like, because to be fair, the pitch wasn't the best on Facebook. When I was going through them, I was like, how did that even get on the N-Gage? So, let's say all these games are in like great condition. Oh, here's a good one. Not. FIFA 2004. Say, I'm not going to open them all actually, decided. Crash Nitro Karts. Again, that's one I was like, really? Crash Nitro Kart? This one's sort of a bit tricky to find on eBay. I think there's one on there, loose cart, and there's like a sealed one. And it's Ashen. And it's a first person shooter. I suppose it's quite good. Now, this one's got a little bit of damage to the label around there. So, again, another one I was just like, what? The Sims busting out. But to be fair, it looks pretty cool, to be fair. So I won't mind giving that a go. Here's another one I'll definitely be trying out. SSX Out of Bounds. Stacking them up. I think this would be pretty good, especially if you could pass it round. Like each player, you know, well, you know what I mean when you see it. Worms World Party. So everyone has the go and you pass it on. This one's, like I say, one of those is like, wow, that actually got put on there. And it's WWE Aftershock. Oh, there's so many games. This is another one I was just like, what? King of Fighters Extreme. Looks pretty interesting. Really cool. Pronounce that. Requelma of Hell. I probably butchered that. You're probably thinking, are you stupid? Can't you read? Yeah. Why am I opening them? Let's see, I'm opening them again now. This one you see all the time. This is probably one of the main ones you see on eBay. Sonic N. Close that one. Puyo Pop. Looks kind of interesting. I think every system ever has had a version of that. Another one which is quite interesting to play. It's Rayman 3, but it's not your typical Rayman 3. It's like a 2D one. So whether it plays like the original, I don't know. I believe this is a racing game. Glimmerati. And why even bother putting a screenshot on the back? Because it's fucking tiny. Like, it's fucking minute. And the graphics look okay, I suppose, from that. But right. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Jungle Storm. I keep opening them. Stop opening them. The video's too long, as it is. This one, like I said, this is a tricky one to find. Well, from what I could see anyway. X-Men Legends. Again, this is another one you see all the time. But it's actually a really good port of it. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Definitely going to give that a go. I'm running out of room. Alright, the last few. The main one, everyone's got it. It's the most common one. Tomb Raider. Now this does actually, I could do an upgrade on this one. The cartridge is a little bit battered. So, I guess someone used that quite a lot. Virtual Tennis. Splinter Cell Chaos Fury. The graphics on this look really good. And again, you probably can't see that. The camera on that is a pain in the ass. So obviously you've only got one D-stick, sort of. So, it's a bit of a cunt. Right, the rest of these are all sealed. And the main one I actually really want to play is this one. And it's the Elder Scrolls Travels Shadow Key. I really want to play that, but I don't want to open it, so that's damn sealed games. Tom Clancy's Team Stealth Action Splinter Cell. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004. Spider-Man 2. It's not 3D, it's like a side-scrolling one, that one. I wouldn't mind giving this one a go. Super Monkey Ball. That is 3D, and I really want to play that. Another one, you see this all the time. Pandemonium. But I wouldn't mind playing that. Again, sealed, so don't really want to open it. MotoGP. MLB Slam. Pathway to Glory. Looks like a bit like Commandos, that one does. Call of Duty. Hey, that's fucking shit. A lot of people are like, it's so bad to control. Pocket Kingdom, Own the World. That's another one you see quite a lot on eBay. Puzzle Bobble Versus. Again, typical Bobble. Markel Denzeli Pro Soccer. And FIFA Football 2005. We're still going. Colin McRae Rally 2005. Asphalt Urban GT. And the last one game which I got in that bundle is this. It's X-Men Legends Rise of Apocalypse 2. But this is the Gold Master review kit, not for resale. So it's a press kit. So again, price on it, you can't really value it. And so it looks like your standard N-Gage game. It's got not for resale on the cartridge. But then instead of a manual, you get like a little thing here, and it comes with a little mini disc, which is pretty cool. And I assume that just contains like video footage and stuff for your review. Back in there. Like I say, can't really put a price on that, I suppose. But leads on to the next thing. While I'm onto the N-Gage, I bought another one off eBay. This was 35 quid. Because that bloke refunded me for the heavy metal for Dreamcast. So I was like, I'll splash my cash on this. And this is one. You probably can't see that. Yeah, so is he. It's called One, basically. Which is weird because nowhere, it doesn't say anywhere else on the thing. Yeah, okay. Again, this is a press kit, Gold Master review kit. Again, not for resale. Got the mini disc in there. This one was missing the precautions, but I had a spare one, which was in one of the other games. It is missing the cartridge holder, but again, I'll find one of them eventually. So there, crazy. I know, you're probably thinking, why you bought that? I don't really know myself. I believe it worked out about just under £10 a game, and the console was about 60 quid, give or take. Obviously some games are worth a lot more than 10. Obviously, who knows what that's worth. Could be worth no more than the normal version, I don't know. That one was actually the only copy I could find on eBay. I think there was one from like a foreign country, but yeah, the only copy is a review copy, a press kit. So that's pretty cool. I know it came out, but yeah, that's the only copy I could find. So yeah, let me know. Am I crazy? Maybe. I've not even played it yet because I don't really want to. Yeah, this is how bad it is. I don't really want to play that one. I want to get like a beat up one, which has been like used and like worn. Because obviously, because it's so like new, I don't really want to use it. Also comes with that game. So yeah, call me crazy. There's one finishing tomorrow, I think, on eBay. So I might bid on that. And the last thing I've got to show you, I'm going to knock all these over in a minute, is this beauty. So this came out on Friday. I got it on Thursday. I'm not going to get out the box, but it's Ni no Kuni 2 Collector's Edition, and this is not cheap. This was 140 quid, Collector's Edition. Probably too much for a collector's edition. I think collector's editions are just getting way out of hand. It's like every single game which comes out has to have £150 collector's editions now. I don't have a problem with collector's editions, but when you go past the £100 mark, it's sort of like, eh. Because I love Ni no Kuni 1 so much, I just had to get the collector's editions on that. As you can see, they sent it with no packing around it. It did survive. One of the corners got dinked up. Bit of a cunt. I feel like they could have removed some of the stuff in it and just got it just under 100. And there's quite a few websites set for 120 now. I don't know if that's because they made too many. I don't know. Because of the game, obviously. Steelbook. There's like a wind-up clock. I don't know if it's a clock. It's not a clock. It's like a music box, but it's not box. It just has the characters and they spin round. And there's a vinyl soundtrack. And like I say, that's the sort of thing which I just think you'd have been better off not putting that in there and just selling that separately through, like, I don't know, data discs. I'm sure they would have been up for publishing it. Just to bring the price of the collector's edition down. I mean, it probably wouldn't have gone under 100 quid. Maybe. I feel like if that was £99 without the vinyl, that would have been a really good price. But hey, I'm not a businessman, so, you know. Not played it yet, obviously, because I've never played my game straight away. Playing Assassin's Creed at the moment still. First one's brilliant, so obviously I just had to get this one. I could not get it. So yeah. Right, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you to all the new subscribers. It's climbing like crazy recently. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's my CX videos, like, because everyone's like crying about the fake sleeves. Ooh, fake sleeves. Boo-hoo. Which obviously CX has been doing for years and years and years. As soon as one, you know, fairly big YouTuber makes a video on it, everyone's like going on about it. Hey, if you don't want to use CX, don't use them. But hey, more stuff for me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.